Hey y'all, it's Alex from You Should Craft, and today I'm going to show you how to decrease in crochet. The kind of decreasing that I'm going to show you will be in rows, so you'll create kind of a triangle. But with other decreasing, like if you're in the round, you're going to use the exact same strategies, so this will apply to that as well. The first thing I'm going to do is chain I'm going to chain like 11, which will give me 10 stitches. But it doesn't really matter how many you do. So I'm just going to use single crochets, and I'm going to put them in the back bumps. But again, like you do you, it doesn't really matter. This is just going to lay down our foundation row, and then we'll start decreasing officially on row number 2. So decreasing is a technique that can help you do shaping if you're crocheting like a sweater or a garment. You'll use it if you want to crochet like a sphere. So a lot of times it's used in like amigurumi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but you know, like the stuffed animals. And you can use it for like crocheting a shawl. So there's a lot of applications for decreasing, just like for increasing. And oftentimes you'll use them together. So like if you ever see a ripple stitch blanket, a lot of those are crocheted by combining decreases and increases in order to make kind of a zigzag design. Okay, so I'm just doing my last 2 single crochets. I'm just going to count my row to make sure I have the right amount. So now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to decrease on the edges. So this first stitch will be a decrease, and basically a decrease is the opposite of an increase. So instead of adding a stitch, we're like subtracting a stitch. So you'll start off like normal. So I've inserted my hook, I've pulled up a loop, and then now I'm going to continue into that next stitch, and I'm going to pull up a loop again. So now I have 3 loops on my hook, but it's like part of 2 different stitches, and I'm going to yarn over. So it puts something in each of these spots, but it's only 1 stitch. So there's only 1 V at the top. And now I'm going to just straight up single crochet across until I only have 2 stitches left, and then I'll do another decrease. So I've got 2 left, so I'm inserting my hook, yarning over and pulling up a loop, and then I'll insert my hook into the next stitch and yarn over and pull up a loop. So I've got those 3 loops on my hook, and now I'll yarn over and pull them all through. So if we count our stitches now, we should only have 8 because we decreased twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So you can see it's kind of weird because we've got like our starting chain up here, but here again, you're counting the V's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 V's. So now let's chain 1, and we'll decrease again on row 3. So I insert my hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop. Now I've got 2 loops on my hook, and then I insert my hook into that next stitch and pull up a loop. So I've got 3. And this is the equivalent of 2 like half finished single crochet stitches. So now I yarn over and pull all of them through. And then I will just single crochet across until I only have 2 stitches left. And here I go. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm about to do my 6th stitch, which will be 1 decrease. So inserting my hook, pulling up a loop. Now I've got 1 half finished single crochet, and then insert it into that very last stitch, pull up a loop, 2 half finished single crochets, and then I'll yarn over and pull it all through to finish up that decrease. So now if you count, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we decreased twice. So let's chain 1 again and we'll turn. I will insert my hook, yarn over and pull up a loop for 1, and that's like 1 half finished single crochet. And then do the same thing in the next stitch. So now I have 3 loops on my hook, which is the equivalent of 2 half finished single crochets. Pull them all through. And then since I had 6 last time, I'm going to end up with 4 here. So here's my first one. I'm going to do 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet. And then I will decrease on these last 2 stitches. Oops, I only got in 1 loop that time. And I messed that up. And there we go. So again, I should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to decrease twice, and that'll only give us 2. So here's my first decrease. And then now I already only have 2 stitches left. And then if I chain 1 and turn and do my very last row, I'll end up with only 1 stitch. So I've got my own little baby triangle. Because I started with 10 stitches and then I decreased twice on each row until I only had 1 little guy left. But that's it for decreasing. So remember that you can use the same technique if you're decreasing in the round as well. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to the Newbie Series if you're a new crocheter. It's in the link below in the description. And then also check out the You Should Craft channel and the blog. Make sure you subscribe for all the good stuff so you don't miss any crochet patterns or tutorials. But thank you for watching.